Hello everyone, I've been playing StarRupture for about 20 hours now and I learned quite a bit, so I thought I would share some tips that I wish I knew at the beginning. A lot of these will have to do with the Firewave, but first let's start with some basics. The storage chests are quite handy, of course, because you have to store a lot of items in the game and your inventory will be full like 99% of the time in this game. However, when placing them on the ground, they do take up quite a bit of space, and it looks kinda off in a sense. But did you know you can also place them on walls and then stack them on top of each other? This will conserve a lot of space, and it also looks a lot better as well. Sliding is a movement tech I barely used at the beginning, and while the game tells you about it, it's just a tiny text bubble, so it's very easy to miss. Arcadia 7 has a lot of slopes and is also very massive, so any movement tech that will speed up travel time is worth it. And besides, sliding down hills is extremely fun. Alright, you're extracting resources very far away from base. You constructed a long rail line all the way back to your machines, only to find out it sends it a little bit at a time. Well, this is because StarRupture only sends out the correct amount of items to fill up an inventory on the other side of the rail. This is great on one hand because it reduces lag, but also if you have a 2-kilometer long rail line and you only get 100 items at a time, crafting something is gonna take ages. So what I suggest is placing storage depots every once in a while. That way it will fill up the storage and then head over to the next storage so the flow will keep on going. This is great to create a buffer as well, and once you unlock the storage depot version 2, you can just place one at the end and it will keep filling up because it can hold so much more stuff. When harvesting materials from a meteor, make sure to walk around it and get the ore spots, because if you destroy all those veins, the entire meteor will break faster than if you would hold the laser down on one point. A bonus tip for this one, you're going to need a lot of meteor hearts, so you better get to mining those meteors. The next few tips all have to do with the Rupture itself. This is an event that plays every like half an hour, and it will engulf the planet in flames, burning everything to ash. This does include your machines, and there's a couple things you can do against it. Once the temperatures have gone back down to normal so you can survive outside, you can walk up to a machine and manually cool it down. This helps out in the early game, as when you don't have many machines, it is nice to get them operational as soon as possible to make more progress. Alternatively, your base core will start cooling machines down over time as well. However, when you place too many factories down, it will no longer be able to cool everything and you'll have to wait on Arcadia 7's climate to go back to normal for everything to cool down. Having the base core cool everything down will speed up production a lot, so keep an eye out on that bar. Now the Firewave also does some good things. As for starters, it will destroy any item left on the ground, making it a great incinerator. Firewave Ore is something that spawns right after the Rupture happened and before Arcadia 7 heals. Make sure to collect as much as you can when you see it. It's glowing and smoking, so it's very easy to spot, as these are very good for research purposes. And lastly, while looting outposts, you might have trouble with large amount of bugs, especially early game, as you don't have any good weapons. Well, after the Rupture goes off, all of them will go underground, and they won't show up until the planet has fully healed, giving you about 5 minutes so you can rush in, loot everything, and get the heck out of there before they start respawning. And those were a few things I wish I knew earlier when I started, as it would make my progress a lot faster. If you have any other tips, leave them in the comments down below. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye everyone.